The reason why a lot of women fail when it comes to healing their fibroids, when it comes to addressing their fibroids, they have fibroids growing back, or they're not able to actually get rid of their fibroids, is because they don't truly understand that fibroid causes are multifaceted, and that they can't just approach it from one lens. When it comes to fibroids, they're not just physical root causes. They're physical root causes, yes. And it doesn't really have much to do with genetics. Yes, we can, certain types of toxicity, estrogen dominance can be passed down, but you're not actually passing, your mother is not actually passing down her fibroid tumors, right? Her actual fibroid tumors, but you could be more predisposed to fibroids, yes. And because so many women now, fibroids is an epidemic. It affects women all races, all ages. It's because we're at that point now. We got to look at it as from an individual case, right? You can't just look at it as it's genetic. A lot of people stop right there. You cannot look at fibroids surface level anymore because it's such an epidemic, because it's literally destroying women's lives, right? So when I say the causes are multifaceted, it means that they're physical root causes, they're emotional root causes, they're also spiritual root causes, right? When we live our lives in a certain low vibrational state, we are more predisposed to health issues, health conditions. Yes, every health condition has a spiritual root cause. So what does this mean? When it comes to trauma, and everybody born on this earth has been through trauma, okay? I know that a lot of people like to think that theirs is worse than others, but everybody goes through their own trauma, right? I've been through, oh my gosh, so a lot. I could write many books on the amount of trauma I've been through, but you don't see me using that. You don't see me, putting that at the forefront, because it doesn't make a difference, right? Your trauma is for you to work through, right? It's for you personally to work through, okay? And when you don't work through that, when you suppress it, when you don't process through it, it creates actual tumors. It creates actual health conditions. It creates toxicity in the body. It creates stagnation in the body. It creates imbalances in the body, right? So when we allow our emotions, our traumas are meant for us to feel through them, process, cry them out, but they're not meant for us to hold in the body, right? And as women especially, like our wombs, our portals, our bodies go off of flow, go off of being in balance, right? And this is also connected with the feminine. The feminine is balance, creativity, right? Flow. And our bodies are meant to operate the same way. So when something disrupts that flow and disrupts the energy, and it is, like I said, something constant, it disrupts the flow, it disrupts the health of the body, okay? So people that have been through fibroid, that have developed fibroids and other reproductive health issues, these are people that are holding lots of trauma in the body. I'm not saying going through stress and trauma, they're holding theirs. There's a difference, okay? Because some people will hear that and say, they'll start talking about their own trauma. It's not about your trauma. It's about what you're holding on to. You're holding on to it, okay? So know and understand that the causes of fibroids are multifaceted, from the physical to the emotional to the spiritual. You cannot just address it one way. And when you realize that, you'll realize that you'll start seeing success in your journey. It's not just about you getting rid of the meat. It's not just about you getting rid of the dairy. It's deeper than that. Yes, those things have to be done, but it's deeper. It's deeper, right? You got to address those emotional, spiritual root causes of fibroids, okay? it's important. You cannot continue to accumulate and hold on to different traumas, different things that have hurt you, you know, heartbreak and betrayal. You cannot continue to hold on to that and live in perpetual state of victimhood, okay? And I used to be the queen of living in victimhood. It actually destroys you. It does, okay? And when you choose that lower state to live in, because that's a lower state, you attract more instances where you are a victim, okay? So there's that. So if you are desiring to really dive deep, okay, and address the imbalances, address the physical root causes, address the emotional root causes, and work through that, I have an amazing Our Detoxify Your Womb program. Literally takes women through a deeply transformative journey, okay? Our full program is 6 months long, and this is where women have gotten rid of multiple fibroids, adenomyosis. I'm talking about reverse conditions completely, dissolved fibroids completely, gotten pregnant after years of infertility. That has occurred in my Detoxify Your Womb program, which is the highest level program to work with me, which is the program to heal all of your reproductive health conditions, okay? So if you desire to dive deep and get to the root of these issues, be sure that you click the link in click the link in my bio, check out the program, see if it's for you, read about it, and understand that you're not going to see healing unless you get to the root, the physical. You have to address you have to address all the layers. Don't try to skip and just cling on to quick fixes. It's not going to work. It has not worked for you. Okay. Fibroids are multifaceted. They just don't have one cause. Okay. Stop just scanning the surface, scraping the surface, and go deep. All right.